10 things that your design should contain. The 10 things. All right. So the first thing that any design should have is clear visual hierarchy. There should be clarity in your arrangement. There should be clarity in your arrangement. In other words, any design should have first bold text with then a little bit of bold. It's not as bold as the first one, and then it's second tiny one, and then some tiny text. There should be that hierarchy in your design. If you use bold text for everything you are writing on a design, trust me, you're already missing out. So you have to watch out when you are creating any design. And I'm using any design. I am using any design for a reason. Whether you are doing posters, you are designing posters, whether you are designing flyers, whether you are designing banner, whether you are designing book cover, whether you are designing what else again? Anything you are designing, even thumbnails. If you are designing thumbnail or you are designing any and everything, you need to, number one, have clear visual hierarchy. Your arrangement should have a clear hierarchy. We should see that, okay, this is the most important one. This is the next, a little bit important. Then this is the next. And you are telling us that story by the way you position your font and by the size of your font. I believe that it is simple enough, right? Don't forget, just like we always do it, if you know what I'm saying is not as clear as it should be, just note it down so that you write your question down. By the time I call for question and answer, you can always ask the question at that time. And if you notice that you are not seeing my screen, by the time I'm sharing my screen, you can also raise your hand up and then we'll call you to speak. I'm looking at my screen so that I can see everybody's hand and their gesture. All right, so the first thing, like I mentioned, is clear visual hierarchy. First, clear visual hierarchy. So second is that you have to have strong alignment and grid system. At this point, let me share my screen to show you. Let me assume that you've not been to designing Word before. So let me show you that what grid is all about. The two-third rule of design. Let me share my screen to do that. Just have to share this new tab. All right. Sorry, I click on design grid. Yeah, this is design grid. If you notice, there are several compartments of type of grids. This in particular, let's use this to explain what I'm saying. So I had said that your design, if you are designing anything, whether graphics, whether thumbnails, whether book covers, anything at all, should have, number one, clear visual hierarchy. Number two, it should have strong alignment and grid system. And so I'm showing you what grid is all about. Grid is like a box. This is, you can see, it's a box that fenced or puts a kind of demarcation to each and the placement of the arrangement of your designs, the placement and the arrangement of every element in your design. I think that makes sense that way. This one is a plain one. In other words, this is usually for people that don't, I mean, the people that already have this type. If you can see my screen, you see where I'm hovering at. People that have it in mind already can work with this. They already know where something should be. But ideally, everybody should understand this type of grid. This one. Everybody should understand it because this is what each canvas look like. This is what every canvas look like. And so your bold statement should be either on the first line or the second line. This first line, this first three cube, or on the second, your bold should be in that. Or if you don't want that, you can put it at the last three or the second last three. Your time should either be the last three here. You can see my cursor, right? Or there. I'm just pointing all of these things out to you so that you can understand design. You cannot be designing with Canva like this and put your time here. It can be unique. You can look it can look unique, but when a professional is looking at it, they will already know that this person is an amateur. You can't put it your time here. Okay, the date and event, you now put it at this point. No, there has to be that alignment and grid system. And to be able to understand, you might need to look into it, I mean, better to understand what I'm saying. So I will leave it there. I believe that you understand. If you don't understand, please let me know. If I need to probably come up with several pictures to explain better, I will let you know. Just write it down. By the time I call for question and answer, you can always ask that question. So number 3, not to waste our time, is that your design has to be purposeful. There has to be purposeful white space, if I can put it that way. Like, I noticed that many of the design that we sent in, some of them are too choked. We're just trying to put everything inside, which is nice. But you have to be intentional by of how you create the white space. You have to leave a space. It's called a breathing space. I think I shared something like that on the group to show some of us that, I mean, that something has I'm coming, let me admit somebody in. All right. So I had to send something on the group to explain that something has empty space doesn't make it bad. As a matter of fact, it's sanity. That there is just few text in your design and every other thing is plain, and we can see breathing space. It's sanity. It helps us to be able to lock up to the things that we need to see and then read it as soon as possible. But when you have too many things, my eyes is trying to focus on like 5 different things at once. I don't even know the one that is important. Do you understand what I'm saying? I believe this is simple enough. I'm trying to follow Doctor. Like last week, you remember? And I'm trying to really, really work on myself and put the grace to work. None of you should laugh at me, please. And if I'm still fast like this, if I am still fast the way I'm speaking, then you guys should be with me. All right. So number 4, you have to have intentional color palette. You have to decide your color before you go into design. To be honest, you have to know what color you want to use for what and how you want to arrange your color. Okay, the background, I want it to be black. Okay, the background, I want it to be white. Okay, the background, I want it to be yellow. And why do you want it to be white? Why do you want it to be yellow? Why did you want it to be royal blue? That is why I said intentional color palette, not just color palette. That you know color. Oh, my favorite is royal blue. Your favorite is royal blue, and you are designing for let me say, even academic, I think they still use royal blue. But if you are designing for something that has nothing to do with royal blue, you are wrong. Your elements may look so good. You may have simplicity in your design, but your color already shows us that you are an amateur. And let me tell you, AI will not know all of these things. That is why you using the AI should be able to understand it and prompt the right way. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. If you are with me, please thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Just give it to me. Give it to me. Show me love. Show me love. Show me love. All right. Thank you. Today, Marcia. Thank you. All right. So I believe that is simple enough. I don't want to waste much time. Like I said, just note your question down. There'll be time for that. So legible, balanced typography. Legible, balanced typography. I mean, I don't know whether some of you are like me. I like some fonts that are like that is not so visible. Something that's fonts that look mystical. That you are looking at it, you are trying to crack your brain to understand what the person wrote. I like that kind of fonts, but that I like it doesn't make it good. Because the point of any design is for people to be able for you to pass out information, for you to pass information across to people. So when they glance at your design, they should be able to understand. I mean, from either the storytelling or from your text arrangement and the legibility of your typography, they should be able to understand what you're trying to communicate easily. People don't have time. I hope you know. You yourself don't have time. So if somebody is trying to bore you and try to make you crack your brain, and it's not going to give you money, you're not going to just abandon the place and move on. There are too many flyers out there calling everybody's attention. So if you don't want your design to be lost in the space, you want to quickly pay attention to the legibility and the balanced typography. Some of you, I saw your design. You have like 15 fonts. That's an exaggeration anyway. But there are too many fonts inside one design. Why? What are you trying to do? What is your plan for anybody that's watching it? It's very funny, honestly. And I'm not trying to make jest of you guys, but it's just that it's very funny. I can't help but laugh. But the long and short of what I'm trying to say is that when you are designing and you want it to look professional, maximum, I think 3 fonts is fine. 3 fonts is fine. And make sure that they are balanced in use. I mentioned the second point, which is that you have to have strong alignment and grid system. And even the first point, which is clear visual hierarchy, make sure that the first thing you want to communicate, the most important thing, maybe this is what are we doing right now? Having a course, AI special training. Let it be bold. You cannot write, for example, Michael class, bold. Now write AI special training, very tiny below. People are looking at your design. They are like, Michael class. What exactly is Michael class? Doesn't make any sense to anybody. They are wondering, okay. But if you have AI special bold, AI special training bold, and then you now wrote under it, maybe with a smaller or tiny Michael class, it makes every sense to them. Once they see AI training, or at least they know this is AI training, the Michael class is the one taking the AI training. It's easy to understand and digest, and that way you look professional, even though it is AI that designed it. Where were we? Number 6, functional consistency. We are going to 10. Don't forget functional consistency. Consistency breed familiarity and trust, actually. And repeating element like button, spacing, and interval, color accent, an icon across your project creates unified experience. This is very important. I observed that in some flyer that was sent on the group, you start with an icon that is realistic. When I say realistic now, I'm trying to, let me go back to and show you. Let me go back to the screen. Let me show you an icon. So let's go to the image. All right. So some people, right? Look at this. This is an icon. Some have this in their flyer, and they have one of this, and they jump to this. It's 2 different things. This cartoon, this has cartoon look. This is realistic. So if you want to maintain consistency in your design, you should, if you start with this, end with this. Let all your icon and anything you are using be this. Don't move to cartoon. And even all the images and elements you are using, stick together. Let me admit somebody here, please. Simon, you are welcome. Although you are late to class and you didn't inform me, but you are forgiven. It's fine. All right. So what I was explaining, make sure that when AI gives you your result, if I notice this another one again, it's another one. It's entirely different from what I've been showing you. This is a good icon, but it's good when you're working with 2D animation, 3D animation design. If you are working with something that is realistic, a flyer that that is serious, maybe there's a corporate organization or corporate business or something that is professionally done, you can't be using this kind of icon. If AI gives it to you, you have to prompt it to change it. But if you don't know, like what I'm explaining right now, you will just say, oh, this is good to design. Somebody's looking at it and like, this is not good. This is not good. So whatever you start with, you want to end with it to maintain consistency. It is best advised that when you're using icon, use this type, black and white. Best advice most of the time. But depending on the color, because like I mentioned also, you have to maintain consistent color palette. So if you have like three different color already, and there's no black in it, you don't want to use this. You want to use an icon that follows your color. And I know you're not the one that is going to do all of this. I know. Nonetheless, I'm saying when AI gives you the result and you notice that, okay, this is something wrong here, you should know what is wrong. And you should be able to prompt that and say, okay, correct this, correct this, correct this, so that you don't get garbage in, garbage out. Remember our class on prompt generating. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, you might need to go back to watch that class. All right. So let's move on to the next one, which is number 7, contrast. Contrast, 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 contrast. I cannot overemphasize this. Even in video, we will have to work with this a lot. Contrast creates interest and readability. How can I explain contrast now? The ability, let me use the one how I understand it. Contrast is the ability to separate the background from the foreground. Your design is not so merged with the background that all the element that surrounds it that you don't even know what is going on here. Everything's just choked up and it's synced in. I don't know if you have seen people that want to take pictures and they are standing maybe in front of a wall or on a studio. They're standing in a, what do we call it now? In front of in a studio with a background behind them, but they are so close inside to the background that they almost even enter the wall or the background. That doesn't look good. What you need to do is step away from the background. Let there be separation between you and the background so that it can be easy for anybody that's looking at it to know that this is you and this is the background. That is my explanation of contrast. But let me read, the official. Anyway, contrast creates familiarity, interest and readability, like I said, whether through light or dark tone, big or small shapes, thick or thin line. Strong contrast makes key elements popped. That's the goal. Just to make elements popped, so that it is not so in. Let me show you another thing. I'm hoping that I'll be able to find one online. Let me show you what it looks like. Design without contrast. Show you design without contrast, and I know that I can hardly find. Sure, there's nothing like that here, I'm sure, because no one will do that kind of design. But this, I think, this explains what I'm saying. This is a door. This is a door, but it's too close to the wall. If this door frame moves a little bit further away from the wall, it will look more beautiful. More beautiful, and it will be easy for you to look at and even be more attractive than this. So that is what contrast is all about. You should make sure that all your design have that, and it's all in. I'm sure ChatGPT, Gemini, Canva understand all of this, but just in case they have AI hallucination, remember the class on Friday, the last class on how to write, mentioned AI hallucination, where AI is mixing things up. It's not so clear again. It's wondering what's going on here. And it's giving you rubbish. The result that is not good. You can say, okay, correct this, correct this, correct this. All right. So number 8. Number 8 things that your design must contain is simplicity. There must be simplicity. There must be simplicity. I love 3D animation in design, in video. I love 3D a lot. And but even in 3D, there is simplicity. I noticed some of the design that we sent in, some doesn't have simplicity. There is too much the stroke of each letter are too strong. In fact, the amount of human or image in some of the design are too much. So there's no simplicity. Perfection is achieved not when not when there is nothing more to add, but when there is nothing left to take away. That's just it. You don't have to add everything. But the little you have should be able to communicate the message you want to communicate as small as possible and as fast as possible. We're going to be, checking some design on Pinterest. We're going to be seeing some of this thing that I mentioned in there so that we understand what I'm doing here is for you to understand. Think like a professional. You are not the one that will do the design, but you want to send a design to a client and he's making a correction and you understand what he's saying. He's saying, okay, can you do this? You can understand, okay, okay, I understand what it is. And you can prompt the AI to adjust that. But if you don't understand, you are looking at this AI, to you, this is, man, oh more, I've done, this is, ooh, I love it. But the client is looking at it like, what is this? And you are wondering, I think it's this client that something is wrong with you. No, you don't know your job. And that's why I'm taking my time to walk us through all of this, so that we know how to utilize AI. Am I fasting? Am I fast again? Calm down. Number 9, accessibility and inclusivity. Accessibility and inclusivity. All right. Design is meant to be used by everyone. Great design consider high contrast for visual impaired. Did you hear that? For visually impaired people, scalable font and screen reader friendly. An intuitive navigation that works across different culture and devices. Do you understand what I mean? I said number 9 is accessibility and inclusivity. In other words, your design is not, you are a great designer if your design not only for the elite, okay, it's only for the people that are in the what do we call now? Design industry. People that maybe they do product design, edit, or they're a graphic designer, are the one that can relate to your design. You're not a great designer. You're not. Your design should be able to include everybody, including the blind or people that cannot see very well. They should, of course, we know that blind people can read by just tracing. Once they touch what they design, they can read. There's a way they find a way to read by just touching it. So your design should have them in mind. Should be able, from the front, you are considering the whole people who are still using class that okay, they will easily see. I remember many years back when I was still in a particular church, we usually have a drama administration every year. And to do that, we usually need to, of course, do publicity and invite people to come for our program. So there is no time, funny enough, there's no time we create design. I mean, I'm talking about poster designer. That one of the minister in charge will not say that our design is bad. He doesn't usually like it. And for a long time, we were wondering what exactly is this man's problem? Because as far as we are concerned, this is amazing, this is dope, it's cinematic, it communicates to Gen Z, but it does not communicate to the man. So the man is finding it very frustrated. We will go and place poster, the man will be angry. He will say, who asked you to go and post this poster? You know, you have to go and remove it. Next time, you will not do this kind of design. And the funniest thing is that next time we will still do this kind of design. Why? Because we could not understand why. Until there was a day he told us that he was driving by and he's trying to read it. He could not, almost to the point that he was about to have an accident. Why? Because he was not looking at the road, because he was trying to read. And what he wants us to always have is that, okay, as he's driving, a glance should be able to give him an idea. Second glance should make him understand. That's all. And then, whoa, you understand what he's saying. Problem solved. And that's what we did. Especially, I think his own thing then was time and date. He usually wanted to be as bold as possible. So we made time and date on the same font with the main thing. We just put it on the thing. And the man was so happy. Was so happy. And to be honest with you, that's how design should be. Not necessarily to make it bold like that, because people will call you or sort of. But to find a way that, whether by positioning or by the intentional spacing around the time and date, people can look at it and say, okay, this is what it is. And their eyes can go straight to 3 things: the theme, the time, the date. Sometimes maybe to the convener, the church that is organizing it, the ministry that's organizing it, the company that is organizing it, and they can understand. But what I'm saying is that your design should have accessibility and inclusivity. And number 10, the last but not the least, is that a defined purpose. Your design should have a defined purpose, user-centric focus. In other words, you are not designing for yourself, except you are designing for yourself. You are not designing for yourself. You should try and understand your client. You should try and understand the person that wants to use the person that wants to use the design, not yourself. Oh, I like this. The client doesn't like it. It doesn't make you a great designer. If you want to be a great designer, let 10 clients that you've worked with say that the guy is a great designer. If they are saying it, even if you don't like your own work, bro, you're a great designer. Because if you call yourself a great designer, you are the only one that knows that, and probably your family. The client are saying something else. So you are not a great designer. But if your client is saying it, whether you like it or not, you are. Because it is not what you call yourself, it's what people call you that really matters. That's what it's called. That's what is called credibility, I believe. That's what people know you and believe and are sure that they are confident you can do. They know that, and they call it credibility. So 10 things that your design should have. I believe I'm recording. For people that don't get everything all at once, you can always go back to it. Once I share the link on the group so that you can master it, because it's very important. In fact, I would advise you, beyond this, try and study more, especially if you intend to take this thing, AI graphic design, which people are using to make money, by the way. If you want to take it a step further, study more about some of these things. That is what will make you a professional designer, not the designing. You are not the one doing it. It's AI that will do it. And just like the video that I've sent on the group already, you saw how simple that is. It's not as stressful as it should be. But if you don't understand some of these things, you have to design. It will look good to you. But professionals will look at it and I'll be like, okay, it's nice, but we can't use it. All right. I believe that is simple enough. So we can proceed to the next phase of this training, which is practical. I'm going to be replicating what I shared with all of us on the group. I'm just going to be showing us the principle to designing with AI. The principle to designing with AI. And we're going to be using ChatGPT, Gemini, and Flow AI. ChatGPT, we're going to be using it to replicate the principle I shared with you guys on the group. We're going to be doing the same on Gemini, but I'm going to take it a step further. But on Flow AI, we're going to be designing from the scratch. We're going to be designing from the scratch. I believe that time will suffice for us to go through all this. I believe, because it shouldn't be that difficult. All right, so let's proceed. I'm sharing my whole screen now for us to see. Want to go. All right. If you can see my screen, please give me thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Show me love, please. All right. Only Thomas. Okay, mine here too can see my. Okay. Only 2 people can see my screen. Please, if you can't see my screen, you are missing out a lot. So IBK, thank you. Ajibade, I can see you too. All right. So now let's proceed to the design. And like I usually say to people, you're designing, just like editing or any creative work, starts in your mind, not when you get to what you want to do. The bulk of the work is in your mind. You have to think it through. You have to know what you want to do. You have to design it in your mind. You have to see the image in your mind. If you are lazy to do that, you'll be a bad designer. Forget that you are using the best AI. Forget that. You will be a bad designer, and you'll be given giving out bad designs. And of course, before you know it, criticism will push you back inside. You will feel like, okay, I can't do this, and you stop it. But you have to think it through. And so you cannot give this type of work to AI. You cannot. You have to be able to understand the client brief. What exactly, if you have to jump on call with the client and have conversation, okay, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Is very good for you so that you can understand what the client wants before you go into designing. However, please let me move, before I go into what I want to say, you cannot give that work to AI. It is very important that you know how to think everything through. Think everything through. Know what you want to design before you jump on board and say that I want to design. That is where the bulk of the work is. However, what I want to show you how to speed up that process. Maybe you are, okay, I don't know what to design. I'm struggling with this. I've not designed for this kind of niche before. And okay, so what you want to do is you want to go to Pinterest. You want to go to Pinterest. I'm opening now. Go to www.pinterest.com. Click, you open Pinterest. I have an account there, so it will take me to my home page because usually that's where I usually go to. So let me just click on one. This is Pinterest. For some people that don't know what Pinterest look like or have not seen Pinterest before, this is Pinterest. And Pinterest is cool. It's like can I call it a portfolio for designs? More than that, though, because it's a search engine for Google too. But designers and several other people, creatives and brands, they come and put designs here for as an ad to showcase their work and then bring people to their products, basically. But it is a source of inspiration for designers. So you can come here. There's nothing you want to design. I can guarantee that somebody have not designed and upload it. So you can search anything and then get inspiration from there. How to design business card. Or this is a business card design. Business card design. All right. So you can see you get inspiration from here. There are tons of design here, tons of it. You can see from creative ideas to artists to unique. If I click on them, each of them has a lot of design under them, corporate to elegant to professional and so on and so forth. Cute, modern, and amazing, luxury, minimal. You have everything you need. Everything you need. You just get inspiration from, this look like what the client described to me. This is amazing. Oh, I like this. This is awesome. I like this. So you already have an inspiration. I'm going to be showing us anyway. Let me not go ahead of myself. So once you get this inspiration, you're like, wow, okay, I can join two things together. Let me give you an idea how you can get inspiration or how you can cheat the code. These are two different designs. This design here, you can see my cursor, right? This is one. This is one. One is okay. I thought it's from our people. Is someone trying to reach me in class? All right, so I believe it's not from us. All right, so this is a design. Look at my cursor. This is another design. You like this, but somebody else's design, so you don't want to copy. What you want to do is that you can copy half of this and copy half of this and merge them together. What does that mean? Create new design. That gives you new design. It's not this design. It's not this design. It's now your own design. That's one way to cheat the code. There's another one here. Look at this. Excuse me. There's a design here. Look at this. You can copy half of it, merge it with the half of this. You have an amazing design. So I'm going to be showing you how that will be possible, how that is possible. Very soon now. All right. So, but what I'm showing you now is that you can draw inspiration from it, and this is not the only one. You can go to Free Pick. It's another one. Free Pick. Free Pick. Um, images, free pick images. I'm scrolling because these are not free pick. If you notice, this is pixel. This is free pick, but it's magnifier. Okay, let's click on it. I don't want to take me to where I don't want to go. Yeah, this is not where I want to go, really. That's what I'm trying to avoid. All right, so let's go to free pick. We're just going to look for it. Many people just impersonate website lately just to get traffic. Free pick, I think it should be .com. I hardly go there. Anyway, that's why I see I have to search like this. Probably they've been free pick. Okay, yeah, free pick is now magnific. Did you see that? So I'm the one that is getting it twisted. All right. So I'm logging in with my email, as you can see. This interface should change any moment from now. All right. So I hope you guys are following me. Please, if you are sleeping right now, you are wrong. If you are not with your screen right now, you are wrong. If you are getting bored, you are wrong. You are. Thank you, Bukun. Beginner, let me just use beginner. Person Samuel, thank you too. I ain't going to answer this question. You guys should leave me alone. Skip. Ajibade, thank you too. All right, so all is said, and this is free pick. Now it contains a lot of things. It started as stock image, stock video, and then design inspiration and design templates. But now it has incorporated AI, and they are doing amazing things now. So all tools, let me see all tools. Let me see if we can search for flyers. Okay, this is stock. Let's go to stock. Set for flyers. Yeah, you can see. These are inspiration. You can get your inspiration from here. This is prophetic. This is a prophetic XPI. Whatever. And you know the juicy part about this one. Anyway, there's a class for it, but let me drop it into you. The juicy part of this one is that this design that you are seeing, somebody created it and are getting paid for it each time you download. Anyway, there's a class for it already. We'll get there when we're talking about it. There's also another one that's called Adobe Stock. Both free pick and Adobe Stock, people create design and upload it there as a template. Each time anybody downloads it, you can see there's a logo of being paid on it. Each time people download it, they get paid for doing so. So you can get your inspiration from here, and then you find something to design. All right. So let's just pick one design here and work with it. I want to pick something that contains everything that I've said earlier. Notice this here. Let me pick this one. Notice this. I want to use to explain some things. First of all, I said number one, your design should contain clear visual hierarchy. So the first thing your eyes see when you look at design is prophetic explosion. Prophetic what? Explosion. Even though this person still make the mistake, one of the point which I gave when I said that your design should have clear typography and clear arrangement. When you say explosion is because I am inclined. I mean the space. I know that this X. I know there is a design. There's a way you design that you can write English that is not correct. That's why I'm able to know that it's prophetic explosion. If to be layman, you'll find this explosion very difficult to pronounce, which is not really wrong. I know it's stylish, it's unique, but it's not really right when it comes to design. People will have to look at it over and over. Imagine this is a banner now that you are driving, and you have to. The only thing that your eyes will always be able to read is prophetic words. But what I'm trying to say is that first they have visual hierarchy, which is what I said. There's another font here. It's a power service. It's not as big as this, even though it's communicating the same thing. Look at it. Their venue is not as big as this. That's what it's called visual hierarchy. And the arrangement, you see that everything center is at the center. Every single thing that's what I was talking about when I was showing you that grid. Everything is put at the center. They make sure that there's nothing here, there's nothing here. This one was included for when they were uploading this one. Every other thing that was here is not, is to help your eyes to look and stay at the center. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. All right, so let's go back and pick one and start designing, because I'm doing so much of talking, and it's good because that's actually what you need. What you need is to understand the workings. AI will do the remaining magic. You need to understand the workings so that you can communicate with your clients and have confidence in yourself that, okay, I know how to do this. Let's pick this and design, which is the I'm downloading, which is the principle, the first principle. The first principle is what we taught from prompt generating ChatGPT. Let's go to ChatGPT. You can prompt to design, and I've taught us prompt engineering. Prompt engineering, if you want to prompt, you have to give AI a role, then tell it what to do, put context and everything. So you can do the same. I'm not going to go into that. I'm sure that's what most of you did when you shared the design on the group. But what I'm doing right now is the second approach to designing, where you don't have inspiration, and I'll show you how to get inspiration, but yet maybe you still find it a bit difficult to understand. So you want to first replicate what someone has done, and then add a little bit of your own touch to it to make it unique and make it your own. So I downloaded the design already. I'm just going to add the design here, add it here, and I'm going to tell ChatGPT, analyze this design. Analyze this design. Analyze, I don't think this is correct. Yeah. Analyze this design. And give me prompt to replicate it. All right, so you can press enter. It's as simple as that. ChatGPT is going to get to work, and ChatGPT is going to get well, and it's going to do its magic. And you already know what the magic is. It's a good one. So it's analyzing it. The design said this is a modern, minimal, double-sided corporate business card with a clean grid, rounded corner. I intentionally emphasize on the grid to let you know that when professional looks at your work, they are watching out for all of this. You can see ChatGPT even mentioning some of these things. You have to. And if you are, okay, you don't understand the things that I've said, please go back to the video. By the time I'm sharing the link on the group, watch it over and over to master those 10 things. And beyond that, go ahead and do some research to know more about it. All right, so you can even see the front side layout. It shows you ChatGPT. Oh my goodness. That's one thing that I like about ChatGPT. At the same time, the one thing that I hate about ChatGPT is too forward. You just be jumping. Who said they should have this one now? But it's sweet, it's cute, isn't it? Kind of give us the context. Like this is like a sketch. You know where everything is. Okay. I like it. But by the time you now say it's generated, now you can add this on. Because it's okay, I'm not logged in my ChatGPT. That means that if anything happens, this thing can claim. But let me just continue. All right, so it has finished analyzing, and it's giving me the prompt to replicate it. So this is the prompt. This is the detailed prompt, and this is the short prompt for Midjourney, Flux, and SDXL. You guys don't know Midjourney. It's one of the big guys when it comes to image generation. I think the first image generation platform. Yeah, AI image generation platform. Yeah, I think it's the first. If I'm not sure, but I think it's the first. And right now, it's still doing very well. Just that it's not as popular as it used to be. So, but it does a lot of work, and it's expensive. And that's one. the Mid Journey way is not pure. Before you can log in and be an account holder, you have to go through Discord. It's a long journey. That's one of the reasons why people no longer use it and just go directly to Nano Banana and the likes. All right, so let me pick this now. I'm just going to copy this. Just follow me, please. I'm teaching you the principle, not necessarily I'm showing you that you can use for any design. Copy it, the principle, a prompt to replicate. So you want to delete a prompt to replicate. Design a premium modern corporate double-sided business card in landscape oriented. Now you begin to edit. Edit to your own taste. Do you want landscape oriented? What landscape means is this what's our design? Okay, yeah, this is our design. You can see that it's landscape. It's not phone size, it's TV size. That's landscape. It's 1080 and 1920. That's landscape. Portrait is phone size. So do you want it that way? Okay. Something came to my head now. That the image is portrait, is square size. I'm not talking about the image. I'm talking about the business card inside the image. So please don't miss it. All right. So now you want to adjust the prompt to your taste. Do you want it? I want it. Use minimal teal. This teal hashtag OF something is color. It's color palette number. ChatGPT already understand it. If you don't want that, I mean, for a layman like you, if you're not in the business, you can just type the color you want. Definitely, you already know what I'm going to pick. Navy blue. I'm just going to pick navy blue and a white color palette with a round corner. Do I want round corner? No. All right. I don't want that. And see, can you see that what I'm doing right now is already adjusting it and it's making it not to look like I'm copying somebody. Because now, even though it's a copy, but I'm adding my own touch to it that makes it unique to only me. So if you look at it, it started the design for me, but I completed it, so it's not mine. All right. Front side, large white background with centered modern geometric company logo in a T bold uppercase company name. Beneath it. So I want to check it to be able to understand what it's really talking about. Okay, so this is it. And the company logo is not even there. So let me put my own company logo for the sake of this class. I'm going to upload my company logo and just say you should use the file attached. And funny enough, I don't have a business card really. So this might have well be my business card. It's taking longer time that I've added. I guess it's because of the way I'm talking now, right? All right, so this is my logo. So the large font side, large white background with a centered modern logo, geometric. So I'm not going to use with a logo. I'm just going to put file attached, open bracket, file attached, and then close back bracket. In a T bold uppercase, no, I'm using navy blue. Remember? Or let me even leave it since the logo itself has a color. There's no need for me to be using that anymore. Beneath it, bold uppercase company name beneath it. That logo has the company name already, so I don't need this. All right. That logo is a text based on media, and it has an icon of light. So it already do everything. Followed by a slogan, add a full with T stripe across the bottom, place a center round peel, shaped website badge. I need to look at it again to be able to know what it's talking about. Okay, this part. This part. The front side. Okay, I think it's this part. Let me check again. All right, front side. Not right. Okay, I've done this. Back side. No. Add a full white teal stripe across the bottom. Placed a center round peel. Yes, which is website badged, overlapping the strip, featuring a thin white outline and white text displaying the web. All right, so I'm just going to write my web address: www.bristolmedia.com. Oh, bristolmediang.com. All right. Backside, split the layouts into two sections, 40 solid T. I don't want that. I want blue, navy blue. Don't forget. Navy blue panel containing the company logo centered vertically in white. And there is a reason why I didn't pick flyer. I'm going to use flyer in the next example I'm going to be showing you. There's a reason, because I don't want to limit your idea to the fact that this can only be used for flyer alone. Panel containing company logo. Okay, vertical and white between the two sections. Place a tall, round, vertical capsule with navy blue. Navy blue background. Okay. White outline, 4 heavily spaced, while icon location to the website. The right 60% has a white background with person's name in bold sans serif type. Job title. So person's name. Want to write your name. Okay. Let me check to know whether it's my name or the name of the business. Okay, that's my name. Let's be my name. My Odeji. In a large bold sans serif, job title below in a small words. So I want to add job title. Founder. Let me put creative director. Okay, and neatly aligned contact phone number. So I want to put my phone number here. 8 plus 234. All right. Address. Are you guys getting bored? Please don't be. If you're bored, you're wrong. Better grab popcorn and pay attention. Samuel Godwin, I see you. All right, email dg@gmail.com. And then, okay, I'm supposed to put Bristol Media actually, not my personal. And Bristol Media gmail.com. All right. And then website www.bristolmedia with generous spacing. Did you note that? With generous spacing, use clean grid alignment. Did you note that? Please, sans serif, that's the name of a font. Montserrat and Poppins. You should get yourself familiarized with it as a designer. You should get yourself familiarized with it. And see, there is no other way to do that than to volunteer. I'm sure, I don't think there's Gen Z in this training, but I know that Gen Z don't like to volunteer. Everything they want to make money from it. It's not always like that. It's not always like that. Volunteer to do something. And it doesn't mean that you not pay all the attention or do the work. Excuse me. Just because you volunteer, you should still do your work. properly. All right. I think I might want to turn on the AC. 1 minute, please. You guys should give me the heat is getting um all right. So all right. Where were we? Right here, right? All right. So render as a realistic point ready business card mockup with a light green background. Do I want light gray? Let me check. Okay, light gray. So it's good. It's good. All right. So I can press mind you, ChatGPT is ChatGPT. Like I mentioned to you guys already, ChatGPT is it's always jumping forward. It's wiser than, than the user. It can do what it will do. But don't be surprised, you can always edit it. Yeah, it didn't even generate. You know why? Because I didn't tell it to generate it. So you can follow up to say generate the design. Or just do this way. Or you edit the prompt, which I think I would love to do after this. Okay, because I'm not logging, and if I log in, this is going to go. My God. All right, let me copy this. Hi, this can go, Sha. By the time I'm logging, I thought that we just continue like this and finish like that. Right, so 1 minute, wait for me. I've copied it. I'm pasting it now. First of all, I'm going to add the logo and then paste it. You guys are with me, right? I pressed enter. Don't be surprised. Like I said, ChatGPT may just decide to do whatever he wants to do. Don't be shocked. All right. So he's doing his work. Let's finish this before I move to the second one because it's going to be as simple as that. Right now, you have a lot of control because we have been able to, number one, add sample. Just that this chart, we didn't add sample to it. You have been, if I had logged in earlier and that chart that I've been having, ChatGPT see the sample, saw everything, it's not going to generate anything less than the sample I gave it. But this one can generate something entirely different. Don't be perturbed. Just know that when you are working with it, you won't make the same mistake I made. You log it first. You log it first so that you can have the track record. You can track your chat. ChatGPT can track your chat and use it to make a wise decision and give you what you need. All right. So I really want this to finish on time because it's the same thing we're going to be doing. We're just going to be moving to another stage. You see that? Do you guys see that? Is it the same thing with this? No. Is this amazing or not? It is. It is super amazing. It's amazing. This is lovely, isn't it? Check it. It's nice. Very simple. Who is doing the work? The AI. Did I do anything? Not really. I just understand how to do it. The creative branding digital solution. I didn't put that though, but it actually fall into what I do. So did you see that? Soft work. So that's that. And if you want to edit, in case you have something to erase from the design, maybe you don't like what you don't like what you generate. There's some things that you need to just quickly clean from it. Double click on it. You can see the icon already said. Double click on it to open it to the C. You see comment. You see aspect ratio. In case you want to change the ratio to another thing that you didn't thought about before. Yeah, it does happen where your client wants the landscape. That's what you guys discussed originally. But along the line, just realize that wait, I will need something for Instagram, which is portrait or square. So it asks you to just resize. That's what the client will call it. It doesn't know that it's a lot of work, but thankfully, we are not the one that is doing it. It's AI. So just come in, click on this, and it will automatically resize it and give it to you the way it should be. All right. So another thing that you want to do is that describe edit. Anything that you describe now, okay, I can say take away this icon, change the color, move it down. It will just do every single thing. Before this usually it has a brush. I don't know. I think they have updated. It has a brush that you can use to erase something directly, and it's very very sweet. That's what I love the most anyway. In the ChatGPT, that brush, you can just erase. I don't like this. I don't like that. I like this. I like that. All right. So that is that about ChatGPT. And the second technique on how to generate and create professional design using AI. I believe it's simple enough. If it is not, please write down your question. Time is coming for that you will be able to ask a question. By 8:30 now, I will open the floor for everybody to ask a question. So let's proceed to Gemini. This is Gemini. If you don't know Gemini before, just type Gemini on your Google. Gemini. Follow the name Gemini. Follow the name Gemini. It's that simple. If you click on it, Google will give you the list, and most likely that will be number one because it is Google's platform. Who else can impersonate them? They won't allow it. All right, so this is what you will see when you log in with your email. So I'm going to log in with another email because this does not have that subscription. And this is the part that the people that have the email that I've had it on the plan should use the email they gave me because you will need the subscription. If you notice, the one I upload on is Ultra. So you need that. You need that. You need that. So what I want to do here, right, is that I want to show you how the same thing we did in ChatGPT, we're going to be doing it here. But the beauty of this one is that I'm going to be connecting it with Canva. Canva is a design platform that enables you to design from the scratch, more like Photoshop, more like CorelDRAW, if anybody knows something like that. But this one has a lot of AI incorporated into it. So what I'm going to be showing you is that when you finish design here, you'll be able to edit it in Canva. And that puts you on a professional pedestal. In other words, there is nothing the client is requests that you change that you can't change because all the elements are separated. You can erase them, rewrite it, change the font, replace it. Does that make any sense? So what you want to do first before you design is that you want to connect your Canva to your design. And so you come here. If you are using a laptop, you come to this button. If you are using phone, most likely to be up here that you go to. But with laptop, all right. So like I said, you want to connect your Canva to your Gemini first. And to do that, click on this settings, go to connect app. It's very simple. Just once you get to go to connect app, these are the apps you can connect. You can connect your Gmail directly, you can connect your calendar, and there's a lot of advantage to that, which I'm not going into right now. If you want to learn that, you can come for another training. You can connect your YouTube Music, Google Business Profile, GT Hub, which is basically for coding and the likes. So this is the Canva that we're going to. So just toggle the options, allow, voila. It's as simple as that. Bam. Continue. When you link your Google and Canva together, Google may be able to, what you want to do is agree and continue. Okay, so asking me to log into Canva. I don't think I have the Canva that is premium here, but I'm just going to log into the one that I have here, just for the sake of this tutorial. To take another minute to get the password and start logging into that. The email is not even on this at all. All right, so we have him on we have linked Gemini and Canva together, so we can now start designing. And so let's go and pick another design. Or in fact, don't let us pick another design. Let's use this one. There's no time. I would have said somebody should give me something that I can use to design. I mean, prompt. Maybe your business, you can just design a flyer for you. But I'm just going to paste prompts on it. The prompt. You're a brand manager with several years of experience in marketing and design a vibrant professional design restaurant promotional flyer for a vibrant professional designed restaurant promotional flyer for Candy Cook with a deep red background and orange white accents at the top right at the top right, the circular Candy Cook logo feature as a chef hat and the likes. You can go ahead, and there's a phone number. You can see it's very detailed. QR code beside the contact. It's a very detailed one. Our dish, every single thing is in there. Because of time, I'm trying to rush now. So you can press enter. And Gemini, see, this is one thing you need to learn about Gemini. Gemini is very obedient. Very obedient to the fault. In other words, Gemini will tell you, I don't know how to do it. It's very irritating, but it is where that's Gemini for you. It will tell you. ChatGPT will never tell you, I don't know it. And I'm using that never. I stand to be corrected. It will never tell you, I don't know how to do it. It will rather be giving you a rubbish answer. But you see that this Gemini is very obedient. Whatever you say, do, that's what it's going to do. So if you want Gemini to do it, you better say it. If you don't say it, Gemini will not think of it and do it for you. It will only follow what you want it to follow. ChatGPT that is always very smart and think, okay, I can do it. But Gemini is very obedient to the fault. So check it out. What do we have here? Amazing flyer, isn't it? Amazing flyer. Can we see it? Did we have all our 10 things that must be designed? Is it here or not? Even though this is still not perfect yet, it's not perfect, but is it here or not? You can see the background, you can see the plane, the clear, the breathing space, you can see the contrast separating, you can see the alignment. Notice this one straight, notice this one straight. There's this empty space here, and that empty space is straight even to the hub. That's what's the power of alignment. And the font is the same thing, even though they are ugly fonts. I didn't specify the font, but it's the same thing. It used one font throughout. Even though I didn't specify the prompt. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we have an amazing one here, and the same thing with a little bit similar to ChatGPT. See, if you want to add the text, you can click on the text and add the text, and do anything you want to do to it and add it. But I'm not adding anything, right? All right, and you can also sketch and turn it to design. So what I want to show you right now that we have a design, you want to edit this Candy Cook. I need to make it square, or I need to just remove this cap alone. Instead of typing this prompt, you can just go to Canva to do it. So what do? You press Art, and you click on Canva. At Canva, you now say make it editable in Canva. Is this simple enough, please? It's simple enough. I hope you are getting it. You can press enter, and then Gemini will go to work. Sure, I need your permission, and please give the permission as fast as possible. I'll permit you, Gemini. I'll permit you to do what you have to do. Continue, please. I said another permission again. Papa, continue the permission now. I allow you. Authorization successful. Can you now go ahead and do my work? Yeah, thank you. So it's working now, connecting to Canva. Just be patient. Remember, the hard work, AI is already doing it. So don't be lazy to not do your own due diligence, or else you'll be an amateur designer, and it will determine the amount of money you are going to get, because it's not about the skill, it's about sometimes it's about who you work for. It's about who you work for. And if you are not skillful enough, you cannot work for certain people. Elon Musk cannot employ you to be designing foolish design. I'm designing rubbish. So now you want to click on this link, I believe. Yeah. So you can see it automatically opens Canvas for me. Canva for me. Why am I using Canvas? Who mind me? My parents used to buy Canvas for me to do Christmas when I was much younger. That's why. So Canvas is in my head. So now you can see, you can move this lady around. Isn't that beautiful, guys? Do you see that? You can move anything around. You can change everything, the alignment, change every single thing you need to change. It's as simple as that. You see that? Did you see that? It's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. It's amazingly beautiful, I tell you. What do we have here? Bam. So you can do anything you want to do. Okay, the client is complaining, or you want to add something, or you want to even, okay, the client has not paid, and you want to just watermark it. You can type, you can pick another. Where's the text stuff? This thing is blocking my view. All right, come add text, add text box, and put Bristol Media. When media, and then you can watermark it. Do whatever you want to do with it, just to make sure that you cannot use it. You can now export and submit it, depending on what you want to do. I'm just being anything, but you can see how simple this is, right? And you can see how much AI can do with this. Now, if you're a business owner, you know you don't necessarily need a graphic designer, except you are so big that you are too occupied. That's when you can get somebody. Excuse me, please. And I would advise you that you even get a volunteer as a business owner, so that will help you to be able to cut down on costs. Get a volunteer, train the volunteer, what I'm doing for you right now, and then you can ask them to now start working for you. This is it's much easier. It's much easier. So I think at this point I will want to welcome. There's one more that I would love to teach you, but that will take a longer time. Is how to design from the scratch using Flow. And we are going to be, let me introduce you to Flow Safe in case so I need to do that today. Let me introduce you to Flow. After now, please, I'm close to asking you guys question and calling the note. If you have your question, get it ready. All right, so Flow is also a Gemini app. It's a Google app right now. It's WebView 3 and their video model and other models is used. So when you subscribe to Gemini, you also have access to these other platforms. So people that have given me their emails, that have added to the plan, they have access to this and they have the credit to do what I want to do, especially on the personal when I want to practice on their home. But please, I want to put a disclaimer. The credit that is up there, on there rather, is not to be wasted. It is going to be used throughout your training. Please, if you waste it, you aren't going to get any other credit. I'm pleading with you at this point because I know it's not so much. It's about 6,000 something, which is so much. But I know human being and their imagination, especially when you are learning, you want to just try a lot of things. So please, calm down. Calm down. Use it wisely. So you want to just search a Flow AI on your Google Flow AI. Because I use it a lot, most likely to just bring it out for me. This is not Flow AI. Please don't be deceived. Look at their website, www.davincin.ai. That's not Flow AI. This is Google Lab. This is where you're looking for Google Lab. Google Labs. Google Labs. Click on it. Inside Google Labs, you will see Flow. See, you will see Flow. It just logs me in directly. Your own might not log in. Please, you have to log into Flow. I don't want that. And this is how you will see Flow. This is where the Flow. You just click on it in case you are trying to follow me. You see Flow here. This one, this did not allow me to log in. It logs me in automatically. Please, if you are having problem with that, let me show you. Let me log out, because that can be a big of problem. Then you can now click on it. Do we all understand? Is it simple enough? Please give me thumbs up. Show me love, please. Yes. So you can also design thumbnail. Thank you, everybody. You can also design thumbnails with this approach that I've showed you. You can design anything, book covers, anything, even house model, anything. As long as you design, your mind can capture it, you can achieve it. And like I said, those two places I showed you, they are pools of design data you get inspiration from. So this is Flow AI, and it's basically for two things. In fact, it's basically for one thing. It's for filmmaking. It's for filmmaking. So, but in creating film, you have to have images. You have to have videos. So we are leveraging on the tools to generate image for design. It is not primarily for design. We are leveraging on the tools to create image for design. That is why it is easy for us to create from the scratch. All right. So you want to start a new project, or is there any project here? Let me use this. You can click on new project for yourself, but I don't want to just I want to start with this. So this is when you start a new project, this is the interface you are going to get, and there's no time. I need to quickly cut them in. Start the question now. It's about 3 minutes to question time. Anyway, like I said, we're still going to come in on Friday. This is where going to be. Oh, no, this is not where I'm moving to on Friday. We're moving to Suno music on Friday. I'm not sure, maybe music or video, but I will check the course outline so that I know where we're moving into. But this is images. If you click on this, it's change to video, but we want to use video. So we want to do the same design I did earlier. So I'm painting it and I'm pressing it. It's just going to design it for me. I already set the generation to only one. Please, I only did one. Don't do 4. Don't do 6. Just do one generation. And you can pick your dimension like this. If you want portrait, you can pick portrait. If you want, let me even do portrait again so that you can understand. I've selected portrait. I believe you can see my screen. And then click on this. You can see portrait has appeared. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? It gives me what I need. So the beauty of this guy, right, is that I can say, this is my generation. I'm clicking on it now. Click. So I can now edit it. Take out the lady. Take out the lady. To take out the lady. I can now attach another image to it and say, okay, use file attach and replace it. And it's just insert into the object. So it allows you to create from the scratch, edit it, even if you don't want to touch Canva, you can do every single thing in it. I do a lot of graphic design inside this float here. That's what I'm showing you. I doubt if you ever see any tutorial on it outside. I found it very comfortable and convenient. Did you see what just happened? I said, take out the lady. Isn't that what I said? Take the lady. Okay. Sorry, it's my bad. It's my bad. I wanted to say take out the lady, but I said take the lady. So it took out the lady, it took the lady, did every other thing. And this for me is beautiful. So I can write everything. I can write anything into it. Add text. Super fragilistic experience. As text, just one text, and then it will do the job. So let's check for the portrait. On portrait 2 has finished. If you click on it, you can also do the same editing. I think this is where I'm going to be stopping for today. I'm not going to go further into that, but you can explore, like, as if you want on your own, exploit this platform. But like I said, please manage the credit. If you finish the credit is not going to come back again. It's bloodishous. So this is nice, but I don't want it to. So I can break it. I can ask it to break it and put it under SP to avoid the credits expenditures, or bring the lady to the front and put the text back. Anyway, let me not get too tempted to continue. I think this is fine right now. I need you guys to ask question. If let me go back to and stop here. Any question, please? Any question from anybody? I believe that you guys should have a lot of questions. I believe that. But if you don't have, it's beautiful, so that I can just call it a day. It's beautiful, trust me. But I mean, if you have any question, let me know. Just raise up your hand and let me allow you. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Thumbs up, please, if you can hear me. Okay. So I'm assuming there's no question. Beautiful. My question is that, are you singing free? Okay, wait, let me open the question. Let me open the chat. Is that, are you sing free Gemini or paid likewise Google Pro? Jesus. Jesus. I think I understand what you're trying to say, but you are giving me the reason to start using my brain. Man, the era of AI, please. I don't have to use too much of my brain. All right. So am I using free Gemini or paid likewise Google Flow? Yes, I'm using paid accounts, and I'm using the highest, the ultra, the highest paid. That's why you see I showed you guys what I was using. And for people that um people that are from, I don't think my CI is from Pastor. If you're from Pastor, definitely you would have I would have had you to the plan. But if you are not from Pastor, don't be surprised if you have not have it to the plan. It's not part of the plan. So you will need to go and get you go to subscribe on your own, or you can reach out to me. I can also put you through now if you need to subscribe. But except you need to do something. If it's for practice and practice alone, I think you can still work with free accounts. You have, as a new user, you have 200 credits, and every day it will be, and 50 will be added every day. So I think you're fine. I think you're fine. Just make sure that you use it wisely. That's the most important thing. You use it wisely. All right. Olayinka, so let me off my camera and you can open your mic. Go ahead, please. Olayinka, I've got. Olayinka, your hand is raised. So I'm assuming that that's a mistake. Olayinka. All right. So I'm assuming that's a mistake. Anyway, any other question from anybody? And I hope Minds here I've answered your question. If I have not, please, you can message, you can type. If I have not, or if I have. Any other person, is there any question from anybody? And please, somebody should encourage me now that I'm now teaching gently now. Encourage my growth process now. All of you are so quiet. Thank you. Now I'm feeling myself. All right. All right. Thank you. So I'm assuming, okay, Olayinka, do you still have the same question? I don't see that you've logged in with another thing.
Yeah, yes.
All right.
I was actually using my laptop, so I don't know what happened to the mic, so I had to switch to my phone. So that is what actually happened. Sorry for that. So my question is just that, when you started, you said you're going to teach us different, I think two types of, two ways that we can use uh, for the business card. So, and I think you did just one. So, and the second one you said was that you said you would teach us how to cut it, like cut one part of a particular one, and another one you cut the other side. Though what you actually designed for us is very very nice, but it somehow look alike. So, and I believe that if you make use of, if you can, though I have a little bit idea. I mean, regarding what you have actually explained to us, and I think I have a little bit idea of how to do that, but I think nobody, someone like me, I don't like to be too forward. So I just wanted to, but there is no time actually, because I think the time is. I wanted to raise my hand during that period of time so that you can do it before
It's
you leave
fine.
that
It's
side.
fine. There
But
is time.
but you said we should ask questions after after
Yes.
this thing. So that's why I actually wait till this time. So
Yes,
that's
it's
it.
very important. That's why I gave you room of 30 minutes so that in case a question like this comes up, I can quickly address it. Yes, I didn't show you again, and that's my bad. Thank you for raising that. All right, so let me just quickly show you. And I was talking about flow when I said that you can only achieve. Let me not say you can only, because I stumbled on it. Not that I saw it anywhere. I stumbled on it. All right. So what I'm going to be showing you now is another way to do. I mean, how to achieve that you ask, how to combine two different design and just merge them into one. So let's go to Pinterest. Let me pick. I think I want to use. I want to use this. Should I use this? Somebody should. Should I use this or should I use flyer? I'm being tempted. These are flyer. Business card or flyer. Somebody should open them out. The mic and
Anyone is nice.
okay.
I suggest you use flyer if you can.
I'm tempted to use flyer actually. We'll use flyer. All right. So let me download this. This is not corporate. This is more like a lifestyle. This flyer. It has a lot of swagalicious and artistic fonts. So anything I'm going to be picking should be in the same family. Or I can pick corporate just to see what it's going to even look like. Let me download this. I think I like this. All right. Excuse me. Okay, so let me pick this. Donate and save a child. All right, so download. All right, so let's go back to Flow. Flow. So what I want to do is I want to import the two design in. Upload media. Bring this guy in. Where's the second one? Okay, this is the second one. This and this. Just bring them both in. What I did was that I picked these two design. I picked these two designs. You can see it. This one, this lady horn, this which is a little bit formal, corporate, and professional. And I picked this one, which is a little bit stylish. It's a bit formal, informal rather. It's a bit informal, and then there's a lot of artistic fonts and all that. So I want to combine both of them for this design that we did. Do you understand? So that's what I'm going to just do. And to do that, I'm going to attach the two. First of all, let me paste my prompt. Come to the bottom line, merge the two design attached. Let me copy file attached. As inspiration. Okay, as inspiration, and then I can add each of these to it, add to prompt. Click on plus again, select the second text, add to prompt. So I have two of them, and this is the fastest way. The second way, now I've clicked on create, it's creating, but the second way to do this is that I can come on this. This lady that is here, I can ask it to take it out and come here, add this one, and ask this, and add to the prompt and said, put this lady inside. Does that make any sense? It's because of time that I'm trying to explain the two in as short time as possible. But I believe that you understand what I mean by that. That's the manual approach, and that way it feels a bit more. It takes more time, but you can still achieve the same thing. Look at this. This is a bit different from what we had. What we had from it's different from this, and it looks professional. You know what? It carried the stripes in this part. The playfulness, it carries everything and bring it in. Yet it maintains. Notice even this white this thing is no longer as this anymore. It's no longer as this anymore. This because of the fact that we have had a playful design with corporate design. So it's able to come up with all of that. You can see there's a background already that which was not there earlier. Even the one that ChatGPT gave us doesn't have this. Now you have something unique, you have something different. But like I said, much more, you can also take your time, take this lady out, put yourself inside, erase this donate, save a child, write your own text, Doing the second flyer in here, you can say use this font, use the font, now open bracket, file attach, close the bracket again, and then write the text that you want it to use. It's just using the font from that design to write your own text. Do you understand that? Anyway, if you need to dive deeper, this is now my discovery. If you want to dive deeper, meet me in the other class. Anyway, but I believe it's simple enough. I believe I've answered your question. So thank you for even bringing that up. I forgot it, honestly. All right. So any other question from anybody? So I guess there is no other question. And if there's no other question right now, I'm just gonna call it a day. Remember, manage your credit, please. Manage it. It's very important. I'm saying this. It's very, very important. Manage your credit, please. So manage your credit. Oh, all right. And then I remain your host, your instructor, Ayodeji Michael. I'm a content strategist and AI coach. All right. So see you.
And Brainstorm Academy, a learning platform focused on practical digital skills such as video editing, content creation, AI tools for creators, marketing, and online monetization. Michael's journey into digital media began with at Catbull Media in 2017. Over the years, he has worked as a video editor, head of production, AI instructors, and